greetings to you all, and thank you so much for joining us today to celebrate this special time of year. My name is Suf, and I'm delighted to be your MC today. So, today's program includes live music, readings, a special guest, a fun quiz, and plenty more. So, whether you're spending this time of year alone and would like some company, or possibly you're finding it challenging to get out and about, or maybe you simply just want to relax and embrace the occasion, we hope you enjoy this online get together. We'd love to know where you're tuning in from too, so please remember to use the chat, say hello, give us a wave, or maybe you want to post a festive message in the chat. So, without further ado, let's get started. Please join me in welcoming our first special guest, Catherine Johnston, CVE, Chief Executive of the Royal Voluntary Service, with a message for the season. Hello, Catherine.
Hi, Saf. Thank you very, very much for the kind introduction. So welcome, everyone. We find ourselves once again in the run-up to the festive season. I know not everybody celebrates it as Christmas, but for many people, it'll be a time spent with family and friends, or for some of us, it may be on your own. And this is why Royal Voluntary Service every year try to do something a bit different. So this year, all of the activities that we're doing are under the banner of Festive Spread. So we've had all sorts of activities going on, and this one is particularly important because it allows you to connect with us and with others from home, you know, in front of your own TV or device, so that actually you can connect with other people, you know, have a bit of fun, and hopefully feel like you're able to, you know, celebrate alongside everybody else. Earlier in the week, we were celebrating with Her Majesty the Queen, who is our patron, and we had a particular focus then on connecting with food. So Royal Voluntary Service put out a bit of a campaign earlier in December, and thanks to the very generous donations from the general public and from some of you, we have been able to sort of significantly uplift the amount of lunch clubs and meals and connecting that we're doing through food all the way through December and into early January, because it's just really important to Royal Voluntary Service and hopefully to all of you and all the staff and volunteers who support us, that we're able to connect as many people in their communities as possible at what is meant to be a happy time of year. So yeah, I really hope you enjoy all of the entertainment today. I always love what the Virtual Village Hall does all year round. So if this is your first voyage, enjoy. If you're a regular user of Virtual Village Hall, then welcome back. And please tell your family and your friends and any of your other local community people, you know, please do use the services because they're there to help and support you. So thank you very much. Back to Suf.
Thank you so much, Catherine, for that. And for everyone who is new to the Virtual Village Hall, we are an online activity hub and community designed by the Royal Voluntary Service to help people stay both physically and mentally active, connected, and having fun. We aim to support people in better managing their health, including long-term health conditions. The Virtual Village Hall offers live activity sessions every weekday and a library of more than 2,500 sessions, all led by expert tutors and presenters, including some well-known faces. Activities include gentle exercise and dance classes, adapted and seated sessions, yoga and meditation, crafts, cooking, creative writing, and more, with new sessions being added regularly. It's completely free and anyone can take part, no sign-in or subscription required. So throughout December, you'll find all sorts of festive and seasonal activities like cooking, crafts, and gift making. Do be sure to check out our weekly timetable for all the latest updates. You can tune in to our sessions live on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, or catch up anytime throughout our activity archive. Just search at Virtual Village Hall to find us. Well, everyone, our first performer of the day is Peter Wood. He is a professional musician from the Shetland Islands. Peter has performed at the Virtual Village Hall previously with a medley of Scottish tunes to mark the recent St Andrew's Day. Today, Peter will be playing his own arrangement of White Christmas. All right, thank you so much, Peter. That was amazing. Thank you so much. I hope everyone enjoyed that. It's not often you get to hear an accordion. So, next we welcome a very special guest, Felicity Kendall, CBE, with a beautiful reading for this time of year. Felicity.
Hello everyone, I'm Felicity Kendall. I'm an actor and a very proud Royal Voluntary Service ambassador. It's wonderful to be joining you here at the Virtual Village Hall today for this Festive Spread celebration. I hope you're enjoying yourselves. And of course, for some people, this can be a difficult time of year. So with that in mind, and for everyone at this time, I want to share a beautiful poem. It is Hope is the Thing with Feathers by Emily Dickinson. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. And sweetest in the gale is heard, and sore must be the storm that could abash the little bird that kept so many warm. I've heard it in the chilliest land and on the strangest sea, yet never in extremity it asked a crumb of me.
I hope everyone is getting into the festive spirit by this point. So, we would like to take a moment to thank our tutors, hosts, viewers, and supporters of the Virtual Village Hall. We call this wonderful online community of more than 70,000 people the Virtual Villagers. A huge thank you to all of you for being part of something very special this year. Our mission is to get the virtual village hall to everyone that could benefit from it, and we look forward to welcoming lots more virtual villages in the next year. So, are we ready for some more music? Our next performers are the London Contemporary Voices. They'll be singing a fantastic arrangement of two popular festive songs that we think you might know.
Who's standing there with a tall silk hat, muffler of wool and a tummy that's fat? King for a day and he loves the road, with a broomstick paint and a heart of gold. That's Frosty the Snowman. He's a jolly happy soul, with a corncob pipe and a bouncing nose and two eyes made out of coal.
Eyes made out of Frosty the Snowman was a fairy tale, they say. He was made of snow, but the children know how he came to life one day.
There must have been some magic in that old silk hat they found. For when they placed it on his head, he began to dance around. Frosty the Snowman was alive as he could be, and the children say he could laugh and play just the same as you and me. Oh, Frosty the Snowman knew the sun was hot that day,
So he said, let's cry and we'll have some fun now before I melt away.
so down to the village with a broomstick in his hand.
Running here and there, all around the square, saying, catch me if you can.
He led them down the streets of town, right to the traffic car, and he only paused a moment when he heard him holler, stop! Oh, Frosty the Snowman had to hurry on his way, but he waved goodbye saying, don't you cry, I'll be back again someday. Oh, thumpity-thump-thump, thumpity-thump-thump, look at Frosty go. Oh, thumpity-thump-thump, thumpity-thump-thump, over the hills of snow. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town.
You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why.
Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town.
He's making a list, he's checking it twice, he's gonna find out who's naughty and nice.
Santa Claus is coming to town.
Yeah.
Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town.
He sees you when you're sleeping, he knows when you're away, he knows when you've been bad and good, so be good for goodness sake. Oh, you better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why.
Santa Claus is coming to town.
Oh, yeah.
Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town.
With curly head dolls that tootle and coo,
Elephants, boats, and kitty cats too. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming, wah, 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 to town.
All right, so here at the Virtual Village Hall, we're lucky to count Listening Books, the audiobook charity, amongst our friends. Listening Books provide audiobooks to people with an illness, disability, or condition that makes it difficult for them to access printed books. At the Virtual Village Hall Book Club, Listening Books hosts monthly interviews with best-selling authors. This gives book lovers a fantastic opportunity to meet their favourite writers and ask questions. Our next special guest is one of those writers, Robert Thorogood. Robert is a screenwriter, Sunday Times best-selling novelist, and creator and co-producer of the popular BBC One series Death in Paradise. I'm sure many of us love a good murder mystery. I certainly do. And we'll be tuning in to the Death in Paradise Christmas special on the 22nd of December, with a new series coming to our screens in the new year. We're delighted that Robert will be joining the Virtual Village Hall in February for a Listening Books interview. But in the meantime, Robert is here with us today to share an excerpt from a short story called It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Murder. Hello, Robert.
Good morning, Sif. Thank you very much for that lovely introduction, and also for showing that photograph of me from about 12 years ago. That was on the Death in Paradise set out in Guadeloupe. I had many, many years of real joy working on that show, but it's a long way away. So when I came up with, well, tried to come up with a new murder mystery series, I wanted to set it much nearer to home. So I set it in Marlow, where I live. I came up with a show or a book originally called The Marlow Murder Club. The very first book did well enough that Waterstones asked for a special edition, and they put a short story at the back of it. It was going to come out for Christmas, a special Christmas edition. However, it sold very few copies, so almost nobody has read the short story that I wrote specially for the Waterstones edition. But I'd be delighted to read the very opening. Hang on, I need my spectacles. I'm now of an age, like in the photograph, I had black hair in the photo. I now have grey hair and I need spectacles to read with. So this is the beginning of a short story called It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Murder that was put at the end of the Waterstones edition that year that this book came out, The Marlow Murder Club. Here we go. It was 1 week before Christmas, and Judith Potts was feeling itchy and a touch quarrelsome, even though there was no one to quarrel with. She loved Christmas, of course she did, with the promise of snow, carols on the radio, and the chance to overindulge. She also loved going into Marlow to see the illuminated decorations in the high street, every shop with its own festive display, and the grand Christmas tree outside the George and Dragon, lit with strings of lights that stretched up to an illuminated star at the top. But this year, she just wasn't feeling it. The weather had been mild for weeks, grey light, drab skies, the countryside and river entirely sapped of colour. Where were the snowstorms? Or biting, where were the snowstorms or biting cold mornings, the grass stiff with frost? It didn't help that Judith was going through one of her sporadic periods when she didn't feel like she wanted to see anyone. These little lacunas in her life came around infrequently, but Judith knew from experience that she would have to wait it out. Maybe she'd rediscover her pep in the new year, she told herself, as she settled down in her wingback with a cup of tea and the latest copy of Puzzler magazine. There was a knock on the door. And 2 pages was one. Judith frowned. It seemed entirely typical that someone would interrupt her just as she was getting comfortable. Never mind, she told herself, she'd ignore them. The knocking started up again, even louder this time. Judith huffed herself out of the chair and headed to the front door. Once she'd unlocked it, she swung it open and was shocked by what she saw. Bex Starling was standing outside, dressed from head to toe as an elf. "Have you heard?" Bex said in a rush, her face flushed in panic. "There's been a murder." Sorry, slightly messed up reading there, but that's the opening to the short story. It's been delightful to be here, and thank you very, very much. It was fun but challenging to read that with my spectacles. Have a lovely Christmas, everyone, a lovely break, and I hope you have a fabulous 2025.
All right, thank you so much, Robert. We really appreciate your time today, so thank you. All right, so I hope everyone enjoyed that reading from Robert. December can be a really important time for reflection, can't it? And we really do hope that this has been a good year for you. At this point, we would like to invite you to grab a pen and paper, because next, to test our memories of 2024, is our virtual Village Hall quizmaster, Dave Musto. Hello, Dave.
Well, hello, Saf. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you? Good to see
Yeah,
you.
I'm very good. Thank you very much, and a very good day to everyone. What I would like you to do, as Saf has said, is to get yourself a pen and paper, please, because you will need it. What I would like you to do is to put answers down on the pens and paper, because there will be a prize. Yes, a prize, £25 gift voucher to a lucky winner. Please don't write the answers in the comments, but what I would like you to put in the comments is your score when we get to the end. So there's going to be 5 questions, 5 points to be won, and the winner will be chosen at random from the people who have posted their scores in the comments. So as I've said, it is 2024. It's a quiz about things that have happened this year. Question number 1 then. I hope you've got that pen and paper ready, by the way. So question number 1, I'm going to give you 3 names, and I'd like you to write down the name that will come forth. So the first 3 names are Ashley, Bert, Connell, and who else? So which name would come forth in that sequence? So Ashley, Bert, Connell, and who? So I'll just give you a moment just to get that answer down. If you're not sure of an answer, by the way, just write down anything, because you never know, it might be right, it might win you the prize. So Ashley, Bert, Connell, and what name comes next? So let's move on then to question number 2. Okay, there was a general election took place earlier this year, but in which month? Simple as that. Which month was the UK general election? Don't worry about the day of the month, just the month itself. So which month did the UK general election take place this year? So just the month, please. And don't forget, put the scores in the comments at the end. Okay, to win with a chance to win. Question number 3. Now, a bit of controversy happened towards the end of 2024, where a man called David Jenkins faced allegations of cheating in the world finals of which competition? The competition itself took place here in the UK. So David Jenkins faced accusations of cheating in the world finals of which competition? You'll remember this. It was all over the news. I think those accusations were eventually disproved, but he did face those accusations. But in the world finals of which competition? So let's move on. Question number 4 out of 5. In October, the price of a first-class postage stamp went up. But how much is it to send a UK letter, to send a letter to somewhere from the UK to somewhere else in the UK? So not abroad, just sending it domestically in the UK. How much is a first-class stamp? So you'll have noticed this when you sent out all your Christmas cards and your Christmas post already. But how much does a first-class stamp cost? So just looking for the price of that first-class stamp. And question number 5 today. There will be a couple of bonus questions, by the way, which I've sneaked in. Okay, they won't count towards your overall score, so please don't count the bonus questions in with your total. Only the first 5 questions will score. I'll come to those bonus ones in a moment. But question number 5 of 5, in a scam earlier this year, over £300,000 of what was stolen from Neal's Yard in London by somebody posing as a French distributor. So £300,000 of what was stolen from Neal's Yard in London by someone pretending to be a French distributor. So those are your 5 questions. I'll go through the answers in just a moment, and then I'll come on to the 2 bonus questions. But the only ones you can actually score any points on are the ones that we've just done. Hope that's okay. So let's do it then. Let's go back over the answers. First of all, question number 1. I asked you to name the 4th name in this sequence. So Ashley, Bert, Connell, and the 4th one is Dara. because they are all storms, the first 4 storms of this season. Dara was the 4th one. Question number 2, I asked you, in which month did the general election take place? Well, that was in July this year. Question number 3, it was a controversial one in the world of games. So David Jenkins faced accusations of cheating in the world finals of which competition? Well, it was Conkers, the World Conker Championships. They take place every year here in the UK. He was accused of having a steel conker in his pocket. It was later disproved, but he did face those accusations. So Conkers was the answer to number 3. Question number 4, I asked you how much the price of a first class stamp is. Well, it's £1.65. And number 5, I asked you about the scam that took place in Neal's Yard, where £300,000 worth of what was stolen by somebody purporting to be a French distributor. Well, it was cheese. £300,000 worth of cheese was stolen. So those were your answers. Please tally them up and post your answers in the comments, because there is a chance, as I said earlier on, of winning a £25 gift voucher. The winner will be chosen from people who've posted in the comments. So those were your questions. Okay, and I did say that there was a couple of bonus ones. I can't resist it, but it is Christmas after all. So let's have a couple of bonus questions. They won't count towards your overall scores, by the way. So the first of the 2 bonus questions, I'd like to go to The Lord of the Rings. It's a film which is shown quite often at this time of year. And at the end of the first film, The Fellowship of the Rings, the hobbits are ambushed and they're all split up, and Frodo and quite a lot of his pals go one way to go towards Mordor, but they are separated from 2 other hobbits. One of them's called Pippin, and the other one, I'd like to know his nickname. So there was 2 hobbits got separated from Frodo and the guys, and Pippin and another hobbit got separated to make their own way to Mordor. But what was the nickname of the other hobbit? And the second of the bonus questions is, according to the title of his hit record, what was Chris Rea driving home for? So what was Chris Rea driving home for, according to the title of his hit record? So the answers then to the bonus questions, the Hobbit, the nickname of the Hobbit that was separated from Frodo and the rest of the others was Merry. It was Merry Addock Brandybuck was his full name, but Merry was his nickname. And Chris Rea was driving home for Christmas. So the answers were Merry and Christmas. So Merry Christmas to you all. I look forward to seeing you next year. Bye now. Thank you, Soph.
All right, thank you so much, Dave. I can't say that I got all of them correct, but I hope someone did. Like Dave said, please let us know in the chat how many you got correct. We will trust you with that. All right, so before our final musical moment, we would like to welcome back our Royal Voluntary Service Chief Executive, Catherine Johnston, CBA.
Hi, everyone. So I thoroughly enjoyed all of that, and thank you to all the contributors for this, for this event today. And for the tutors who support us all year round, people like Dave, who are always great at, reaching out and supporting people living in their local communities via this platform. So it just leaves me, before I hand over to our pianist, who I'm hoping has joined, soft nod if he has. He has. Okay, great. Then it just leaves me to wish you all the best for the festive season. I hope that this has supported you and helps you to connect, to feel a bit merrier. I can see all of the comments about some of the people who are finding it quite difficult at this time of year. So I hope you feel less alone, more connected, and please do keep leaning in and looking for other things that happen on the virtual village hall, or looking in your local area. Perhaps if you don't want to sit at home and you are able to get out, then have a look locally to see if there's any other festive spread events going on in your local area, or any of our clubs and branches, lunch clubs and everything that are open all year round. So thank you ever so much for everybody for today. Thank you for listening. And I'm now going to hand over to Lincoln, who is going to play us out. Hi, Lincoln.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is so exciting to be here. It's not a Christmas concert without a David quiz. Dave, brilliant quiz. Loved it as always. I only got 3. I am sat at the piano. I thought I'd open it up and dress up because, you know, this is the biggest gig of the year for me. The virtual village hall playing for all the beautiful people all over. It's great to hear the accordion coming from the north of England. I'm here in sunny Northamptonshire, and sit back and I hope you enjoy as I play Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw him, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeers used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer's games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, "Hey, said Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide the sleigh tonight?" And how the reindeers loved him, and they shouted out with glee, "Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history." Piano solo. Can you still hear me? Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, "Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight?" And how the reindeers loved him, they all shouted out with glee, "Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history." Merry Christmas, everybody. Soph, all yours.
That was fantastic. Thank you so much, Lincoln. That was brilliant. All right, so sadly, everyone, it's time for our festive celebration to draw to a close. So thank you all for coming along today, and hopefully you're feeling full of festive cheer. Our thanks to Catherine Johnston, CBE, Felicity Kendall, CBE, London Contemporary Voices, Robert Thorogood, Peter Wood, Dave Musto, and Lincoln Knoll. So all that's left to say is from us here at the Virtual Village Hall, we want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas, season's greetings, and a Happy New Year. And we look forward to seeing you in 2025. Thank you so much, and bye for now.